Hey Twin Flamers, today we are going to talk about everything Twin Flame Psychics. This comes up a lot with my clients. I went to a Twin Flame Psychic myself on my journey, and we're going to just dive into a bit about maybe the dangers of Twin Flame Psychics, and most importantly, we're going to talk about how to be your own Twin Flame Psychic. So to start, my Twin Flame Psychic experience was probably 2012, 2013. I had met my twin flame in 2011. He was in and out of my life, of course. It's very painful. I reached out to get some more insight, and it was like an email reading. So I sent her my questions and a picture of myself. She replied, and the most important thing I got out of it was that she said, he really wants to pursue you. You're doing a lot of the pursuing. And the next line was, but he's not able to pursue you. He's just not capable of it. And that was shocking, but it felt really true to me. And I really appreciated her because she also gave me lots of resources on codependency, masculine and feminine, and dating, which I found super helpful. And I felt like she really had my best interest in heart, and she was very honest with me. And I don't remember how much it cost, but it was definitely something I could afford at the time. So, some experiences my clients have had. I get a lot of people who have gone to many psychics and they're getting conflicting information, and they're still in a lot of pain. So maybe one tells them, yes, this is your twin flame, reunion's coming soon. And then reunion doesn't happen. So they reach out to another psychic and they say, well, actually, it's not your twin flame, it's karmic. But then maybe their twin flame messages them, and then their hope gets up again. And it's just kind of this cycle. I've also had a client who really regularly was reaching out to a twin flame psychic just to understand what the person was thinking, like almost on a daily basis, just because they didn't have any contact with this person. So they wanted to see what was going on. And I've also had clients who have had to move back in with their parents because they'd spent so much money on twin flame psychics. They couldn't support a normal life anymore. I had a client who spent over $20,000 on psychics. That's a lot of money. This person had a lot of money, but still, that there was a lot of resources going to checking in on them through a psychic and wondering what's going on with the relationship. So, why do we love twin flame psychics? What drives us to go to them? Why do we need that kind of validation? I always say, please be very conscious on your twin flame journey of why you're doing things and why you're not doing things, looking for patterns. On my twin flame journey, was just 100% emotion driven, chemistry driven, soul, heart driven. I didn't slow down and really consciously analyze what I was doing. So I would have, and I ask clients, and I would have asked myself, why did you reach out to this psychic? And a lot of times we're trying to regulate our nervous system. We're really upset. A lot's going on. We're missing this person tremendously. We're very confused. We're going around and around. We're exhausted. And there's just like a lot of doubt. There's a lot of unknown with this twin flame situations. We don't know what they're thinking. We don't know when they're going to come back. And it puts us in this really scary place. And our inner child could be really disturbed, really scared. It could be triggering us. Maybe if you were neglected when you were younger and you weren't sure when love and attention was coming towards you, it can bring you right back to that spot. It's very unhealthy to wait and to have to think about when is your caregiver going to come back, when is the love going to come back. But that's the kind of pattern we can recreate with the twin flame experience, especially when they're ghosting us. Like I said, we have the need to know what they're doing, how they're doing. Are they with someone else? Do they really love us? Are they over their addiction? Are they getting healing work done? And we can use the psychics to really try to help answer that question for us. And then we also want to know if there are twin flame. That's like the number one question. And if we kind of slow down and break that down, what we're really trying to find out is, are they going to come back to us? Because the whole narrative around the twin flame is you do your healing work, you separate, there's this time in between, and then you come back together and everything's fine. So if we can find out if this label fits this person, then we'll know, is this worth our time? Is this worth our effort, our money, all the emotion, all the tears? If it's not, if we're not going to end up together, then okay, I'm done. But that's not how it works with the twin flame, because it just brings up a lot of our issues, and we can say we're done, but people will miss their twin flames for years and years and years if they don't work on what's connecting them. Another thing the twin flame psychic world helps us is to avoid. So we don't have to have a conversation with them if we ask someone else what they're doing and thinking. And I was always too afraid to be very bold and ask, hey, are you looking for a relationship right now? Do you see a relationship with me? What are you thinking? What are your thoughts on love and marriage? And, what's your future look like? Why is it that you don't text me back? Why is it you only text me at 2 a.m.? I didn't want to have those conversations. I didn't want to know the answer. So having a twin flame psychic is kind of like a go-between, and you don't have to be bold and ask these questions. And it was very scary for me to think about being very direct. And I wanted to play hard to get. And, I wanted him to bring things up. And it doesn't work that way. I wasn't being very adult about it. I was very scared. We also don't want to accept their wishes. So maybe someone has ghosted us. They have, they sent short replies. They've straight up told us they don't want a relationship. They're with someone else. Maybe they've told us they're not sure, and instead of accepting their wishes, we are just full on banking on this spiritual connection to translate into a 3D relationship, and we don't respect their wishes. We keep pushing, we keep hoping, we keep, messaging them, we keep our energy open towards them when they've told us that they're not interested. I used to think I knew better. I used to think, oh, he's just afraid of commitment. I just need to do the right things, be the right person, and he'll come around. I know best. I know our connection. He's the one with issues. He doesn't know. And that's not true. I mean, there's a lot of wisdom in runners. If something isn't safe for them, it's not safe for them. And you wouldn't push a little kid to get on a roller coaster when he's terrified. And he ran away. And he's in the car in the parking lot at Disney World because he doesn't want to get on the roller coaster, but we keep pushing them, like, get on, you're going to love it. And all of their body, all of their nervous systems telling them no. All they're available for is something more casual. That's what I wish I would have been a little more respectful, but a twin flame psychic can help kind of feed that narrative that you know better in bypassing this person. So speaking of bypassing, twin flame psychics can help us bypass our pain that we're going through. So if we're always searching, always seeking, the answer is still out there. There isn't a definitive no. There isn't a real end. We don't have to feel the pain. We don't have to feel the pain about someone ghosting us or being the side chick or someone not leaving their husband or someone in active addiction. We don't have to feel the pain of what's actually happening. We can keep focusing on the future, what might happen, what label this person might have for us. And it just takes away the power of the presence, and it kind of helps us skip over that pain. Of the dangers of the twin flame psychic worlds, but I wanted to be a little more direct and talk about giving our power away. So often we are feeling very, very powerless in the twin flame situation because it's all on the runner. The runner has everything. They leave and they take everything with them. The love, the connection, the beauty of life is gone. As soon as they leave, it's gone. And so we're feeling really, really powerless. And so we're looking for anything to give us power, anything to give us some control, to get our happy back, our joy back. And one thing is going to a psychic and helping, figure out a strategy, is this our person or not? And looking for that validation outside of ourselves. So what I tell people is, if you're wondering, is this person my twin flame or not? Just say they are. Say, this is my twin flame, but let's look at the definition of the twin flames. This is the issue, not a soul connection. That's fine. There's many kinds of soul connections. We don't even know what these soul connections mean. It's always evolving constantly. We can't sit there and say, we know the exact definition of a twin flame. It's this, and it's going to always be this. We have no idea. So please just put yourself out of your misery. Just say, yes, this is my twin flame, but my journey will be unique. I cannot go off the blogs. I cannot say reunion's guaranteed. That's just so painful. That guarantee of reunion and letting someone act however they're acting is very, very painful. So, yep, it's your twin flame. Don't worry. You don't need a psychic to tell you if it is or not. And we don't need to spend the amount of money that we're spending on something that isn't part of a healing and growth experience. So if your psychic isn't giving you some tools, isn't empowering you in some way, then this isn't a healing and growth tool. It just becomes a hit of dopamine that can easily become an addiction and something that we lean on. So if your psychic isn't pushing you to further your spiritual gifts, to understand yourself more, to look into, codependency or any of that, to look into your own issues, then this isn't actually a good part of a twin flame journey, because we want it to be all about growth and change for ourselves. So, and we also, speaking of money, I am not hating on anyone's prices, what they charge. They can charge whatever they want, but please make sure it fits healthily into your budget. Do not take out of your savings, take away from your children, your future. Don't put you in retirement in jeopardy just to speak to someone who's going to tell you if it's your twin flame or not, or if you had a past life or not. Don't put that money there. If you're going to invest in a good therapist, a good coach, someone who's going to help you understand your internal world, what's happening, what's been triggered with your twin flame, what's going on in your journey, what are your patterns, how does this connect to your childhood, understanding deeply your pain, what's going on in your body energetically. That's the work. Just someone telling you, oh, they see you getting married to this person, all of that, it's not ultimately healing. It can feel good in the moment, but it's not going to change you as a person, your family, your future family, any of that. So again, watch who you go to for psychics. I don't have any personal recommendations. I do think it's totally fine. They are a healthy part. They can be a healthy part of the twin flame journey. Just please be careful who you speak to and ask them questions about what their readings are like, what they can expect, what's their definition of a twin flame. Do they even believe in twin flames? Just kind of getting some more information about if they have a really dogmatic or like strict beliefs and like these are your true twin flames, these are karmics, and they've got all these strict categories. I would be very careful. Any readers who don't love the term twin flames, probably who I would go to, because they're going to just talk about what's happening between the two of you, between your two souls, and they're not going to put that twin flame charge around everything. And charge, I mean like the energy behind the word twin flame. There's just like a ton of anxiety around twin flames, and it's like on this pedestal, and people get really charged about it, like really upset, really worked up, either way, good or bad. So another thing people ask me is, why am I getting conflicting information? Why does one twin flame reader, psychic, tarot card reading say, yes, we'll be together, and the other one will say no. Well, and I've had a couple clients ask this question in their hypnosis sessions, and Spirit has told them it's because we have many different energy streams going on. So you have a probably very strong energy stream that, yes, we're going to be together, and we can have an equally strong or maybe weaker one that says, no, we won't make it. The reunion won't happen. So a psychic could pick up on any of those energy streams on any given day. It's all flowing around you. It's all easy to tap into, and that's what they could be picking up on. It could be just the possibilities. They're endless. The different lifetimes that they're picking up on, the potential, they could be picking up on anything. And then if we look at it from a parts work perspective, that's one of the modalities I use is parts work. And the part of you that is really wanting reunion could be picking a different psychic, a different reading, a different tarot card stack. And then the part of you that gets really defeated and devastated and thinks this is never going to work might pick a totally different pile in the tarot card reading or a totally different psychic. So just knowing that there isn't like a one true answer that you're finding, you are creating the answer. So speaking of creating your answer, how can you be your own twin flame psychic? So one of the modalities I love to use is hypnosis. And with hypnosis, we are able to go in and you are able to see their energy, connect in with them, see what's happening in their heart. A lot of times we find the twin flame runner to be in really bad shape. Their energy's bad. Their progress is slow. They're in a lot of pain. And we can check in on their inner child. And these are all your spiritual gifts. All of it you have access to. You were given this at birth. It's not anything that you can't do yourself. And it's just hard to get in that state where you're calm and relaxed and can see what's going on. So become your own psychic. Get into a hypnotic state. Get in there, see what's going on. And then it helps you kind of get a more objective sense of like what's happening, because we can often put these twin flames on a pedestal, but when you see the heart and the energy in your twin flame and it's really off, like you're going to really understand why they are causing so much pain in your life. It's because they're in a lot of pain. I encourage everyone to take their twin flame journey and use it to help them with your spiritual gifts, whether that be your own psychic abilities, your own abilities to tune into energy, your own abilities to meditate, to calm your mind, to choose your thoughts, to stop obsessing, to check your energy, check your heart, all of that. And when we turn to a twin flame psychic, sometimes we outsource that. And it's fine to do occasionally. I have nothing against that. But if you're doing it more than quarterly, and if you're dipping into money that you don't have to do this to get an answer, I would say stop. Stop and look to see what's going on. You could be repeating a pattern in your own childhood where you look for validation from the outside. And we don't want to keep doing those things. We want this twin flame journey to help us change, evolve, and grow. So that is what I have to say about twin flame psychics. I could go on, but I think that's enough for today. And stay tuned. I'm going to do more episodes. We're going to talk about the role of hope in your twin flame journey. Talking about 1111. You see it everywhere. I'm going to break it down, my thoughts on 1111. I'll go into more on my twin flame journey and, of course, more client stories. And if you're interested in learning more or want to have a hypnosis session, I also do free assessments of what you're going through, just these little 20-minute calls. And you can sign up for all of that on my website, and that's gurussay.com. GURUSSAY.com.